Alliance, Nebraska. Jay and his family operate Myring Livestock, where they raise outstanding commercial cattle. They ran a feedlot. They've raised 3 outstanding children, and appreciate having him with us as well. Along with Mr. Clint Sexton, who works for Select Sires. He and his family live in Oregon, and he also works part-time for the American International Charolais Association. I saw his wife Darcy and their 2 sons here earlier, and Jay's son is with him as well, so we appreciate them. Please put your hands together and welcome our 3 judges, Steve Williams, Jay Myring, and Clint Sexton, 3 outstanding cattle producers, cattlemen, stockmen, and livestock evaluators. Please put your hands together and welcome them to the arena today at the National Western Stock Show. Mr. John Corey, famous auctioneer from Northeast Colorado, will be your announcer. John is famous. You'll see he's got a much better voice than I do, and he'll do a great job announcing our commercial heifer show.
Well, thank you, Clint. Appreciate the nice introduction, and it's a pleasure to be with you this afternoon or this morning, whatever you'd like to call it. We're close to noon since somewhere. So here we go. I'm putting on my 5,000 on my. Oh, that's tonight. I forgot. We've got an auction tonight at 4:30, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to sell these replacement heifers. They're second to none. So right now we're going to start with the show, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to start. Whoa. We're going to start with our open heifers, British breeds, with the Curtis Worth consignment from New Raymer, Colorado. 10 head of the open heifers, ladies and gentlemen. We have 2 in this particular class, Class 1 of the British breeds. We have 2 entries in this division. First one is Curtis Worth, New Raymer, Colorado. Here's an outstanding set of young replacement heifers sired by Angus bulls and out of Sim Angus cows. They are March and April born females. They are bangs vaccinated and will be public measured. They've had 2 rounds of 8-way vaccine and have had multum-in. If you purchase and wish to take them heifers home and IIM this spring, they'll make arrangements for that. They're located in New Raymer, Colorado. This is Curtis Worth, the first class, Class 1, the first entry.
Testing 1, 2, 1, 2, 1 1/4 and a half, half.
Okay. Is it on or off? On? How do I?
Our second entry in the British Open, ladies and gentlemen, is consigned by Joaquin Gallegos, Eaton, Colorado, and also Keenan. Keenan's the main man in that operation. Keenan's going to step out there. We watch this young man grow up from a little guy to a cowman, what he is today. The Super Duty Baldies, ladies and gentlemen, are sired by High Growth and Marbling Hereford sires from the Van Newkirk Herefords. Hewlett 9066G. The dam site is stacked with generations of Connolly, Gardner, Ranch, Marshall Cattle Company genetics, and a touch of Simmental thrown in with high elevation adaptability. These females are calved at 7,600 feet elevation, summered over at 9,000 feet. They were born the end of February through the end of March. These heifers were weaned on October the 20th and have been on a high roughage diet since then. Females are bangs vaccinated. They will be pelvic measured. Keenan just informed me that the pap on these heifers were 39, and they're one half of the Van Newkirk breeding. These are the consignment of Joaquin and Keenan Gallegos, Eaton, Colorado. And they're all half his sisters, absolutely. Thank you, Joaquin. They're all half sisters. A lot of genetics, ladies and gentlemen, involved in this operation. They take it very, very serious, like the other cattlemen here today. We appreciate them bringing these heifers up. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, that sale will be at 4:30 this afternoon here in the auction arena. So you'll have the opportunity to purchase some of these fine heifers, replacement quality heifers that you won't find anywhere in the country. So take that opportunity. They're a beautiful set of, and the disposition on the cattle is extremely nice as well. This is Class 1, entry number 2, Keenan and Joaquin Gallegos from Eaton, Colorado. Bangs vaccinated, curtain shots, weaned, high elevation cattle that can go up in the mountains. 39 pap on the cattle. judges, he wrote them down, the names. Did he take that with him? I can kind of elaborate during the show. Okay, thank you.
This is Myron Cattle. And you got their locations. He's
Yep.
from Oregon. And that's Midland, Wilkeston, Billings, or Columbus, Montana. And you know what that is. Have you heard of Midland, Wilkeston?
Oh, you bet.
I was sure you had, but I didn't want to walk away and have you say, what the heck?
Well, thank you, National Western, for the opportunity for the three of us here to come and evaluate your commercial heifers. This is something that's really near and dear to all three of us. As I work in the industry that I do, I spend a lot of time out in the commercial business, and Steve's family has that Midland Bull Test, and they take a lot of opportunity to interact with their commercial customers, and have been to Jay's operation and have been friends with Jay's family for years. They've been deep bedded in this commercial cow business, and it's a really exciting time. Appreciate these two young people for bringing their cattle out here. I don't think there's a better time to be in the commercial business right now for these young people, and hopefully they can take a hold of that and go on and take us into this next generation. We'd like to compliment you on this first division of heifers. Heifers that are open and ready to breed this spring. We encourage you, those of you sitting here that may be buyers, to go ahead and study these heifers as we go along. This is just three people's opinion. We really like both sets of cattle, and we're gonna start with this group that just exited the ring to be your champion in this division, the black and the black-white face heifers. Really a nice set of females this young man has put together, and he's done all the homework behind them in terms of their program, and so you as buyers take advantage of that. We just really appreciated that they had the right kind of growth pattern. Cattle have some shape of body and rib to them. Cattle that are very useful and should go on and perform very well. That younger set of heifers, we really like those as well. They're probably just a little bit greener as you would expect for their age. Really appreciate the soundness and the uniformity of this young man's cattle that we're going to have in reserve. Really long-bodied. Take advantage of a little bit later calving opportunity if that fits your operation. Again, let's give them a big round of applause. This is your first annual of this event. Really an excellent 2 entries to start off with. Congratulations.
Very nice. Great job. Our champion pen of British 10 Open Heifers Class 1 is Joaquin and Keenan Gallegos. Reserve champion is Curtis Worth, New Raymer, Colorado. Congratulations to both entries. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, is class number 2, pen of 5 open heifers. We have 2 entries. Our first into the ring is Carnahan Ranches, Chris Carnahan, Kiowa, Colorado. This great set of heifers, ladies and gentlemen, comes from a long-time selected genetics from the Carnahan Ranches, selected for disposition, structural soundness. These heifers were gate cut from a replacement cattle, uniformly in mind. Heifers are home-raised, spring-born calves, long-weaned, grass hay, and short ration, full vaccination, Vista 1, 7-way boosters throughout the year, along with ivermectin backport, ladies and gentlemen. Heifers are out of Sim Angus and Sim Angus cross cows, Angus cross, Sim Angus cross, Limflex bulls, ready to go anywhere, raised at 6,500 to 7,000 feet elevation. And I would like to note that the Carnahan Ranches, ladies and gentlemen, have been here at the National Windsor since the inception, which makes that the longest consigners. Let's give the Carnahan Ranches a big round of applause for that. Been here since the inception of the National Western. Once again, I would like to introduce what Clint Rusk had introduced before, our judges, ladies and gentlemen. Steve Williams from Montana with the Midland Bull Test. We have Jay Myring from a cattle company from Alliance, Nebraska. We have Clint Sexton from Select Sires and AIC out of Oregon. So we want to thank our judges for taking time out of their busy schedule to evaluate the replacement heifer show today. Carnahan Ranches, Kiowa, Colorado. 6 head of open replacement heifers. Exhibited here at the National Western since the inception of the National Western.
Might push this a little bit because it's right before the sale at 3 p.m.
At 3 o'clock this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, we hosting a round line with the genomics presented by Dr. Paige Pratt from the Neogen. That'll be at 3 p.m. just prior to the auction at 4:30. So keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen. A great program, boosting your bottom line with genomics at 3 o'clock this afternoon in the auction arena. Right? Yes. Followed by the auction at 4:30. Our next pen, ladies and gentlemen, in the pen of 5 heifers is consigned by Overmiller, Red Angus, and Gilby. Now, Overmiller family has been producing cattle in north central Kansas for generations. 5th and 6th and 7th generation are actively involved in the family operation. These Red Angus heifers come straight from the commercial operation, including some of the top Red Angus bloodlines. 4 of these heifers are sired by AI bloodlines, including 9 Mile Francis, son of Fetty's Silver Bow, Fetty's Mago, and Dominant Beeper Deep, and heifers were born in late January and March. Second entry into the class of pen of 5, Over, Miller, Red Angus, and Gilby. Beautiful set of red females will be offered this afternoon at 4:30. Prior to that, at 3 o'clock, ladies and gentlemen, be hosting a Boosting Your Bottom Line with Genomics, presented by Dr. Paige Pratt from Neogen. Once again, we certainly want to thank our judges, Steve Williams, Jay Myring, and Clint Stetson. Also would like to acknowledge Jared Mernon. Jared, wave your hand so they know where you're at. Great job putting on the show, as well as Jen Boca. Where's Jen at? They worked hard to make this happen. bring it back from a few years ago. Ladies and gentlemen, they're doing their very, very best, and we appreciate all their hard work on behalf of the National Western Stock Show. This is our second entry in the pen of 5 open heifers, Overmiller, Red Angus, and Gilney. Beautiful set of red females. They have. That first deal was Gallegos champion and Worth was reserve, and then this is the last 10 of the 10 of 5.
Giving these two breeders a big round of applause. This is a set of group of heifers that are really competitive amongst the two breeders. And we've got 2 different colors, which doesn't make any difference to us as judges. We're out here looking at quality, and in this particular division or set of heifers, it ended up being really close for us. And we really got in and studied these heifers in terms of uniformity and structure, some things relative to foot size and the way they're handling those feet and legs as they go around. And so it came down to just some minor things that maybe separate them. And then for us, just the consistency of this red group is the group we're going to choose to win this division. And as you as buyers take a hold of the type of these heifers, their broodiness, their shape of body, the real consistent uniform group. There's maybe some things we might change here and there about them, but a really nice set of cattle. The black cattle came in, and we really were drawn to the quality of those heifers. They're a month younger. They're really powerful from the standpoint of their performance, their ease of doing, their fleshing ability, heifers that get out there and move and got some body volume to them. Maybe just not quite as consistently the same in terms of type for us. But again, this is your champion pin here in front of you, and extremely close placing with that reserve pin of heifers. Let's give both these a big round of applause. That group down there that's been at the stock show a long time, and we really appreciate their dedication to such a great event. Thank you.
Our champion pin 5 in class number 2, ladies and gentlemen, is Overmile Red Angus and Gilby. Reserve champion is Carnahan Ranches, Chris Carnahan, Kiowa, Colorado. Congratulations to both entries. Next, we'll have the pin of 5 British bred heifers, class number 3. Class number 3, we're going to start with Sidwell Ag with the Baldy heifers, followed by Sidwell Hay and Cattle, the blacks, Weather Farms blacks, and Weather Farms the Baldies. In class number 3, pin of 5 in the British breed. This is class 3, pen of 5 bred heifers, British breed, Sidwell Ag. Sidwell Ag, Justin Sidwell. 6 head of bred heifers. They're from Malt, Colorado, ladies and gentlemen. High-quality set of bred heifers sired by Hereford bulls and out of Sim Angus cows. They were AI bred on May 17th and 18th to Square B Atlas and Falcon and McConnell altitude. Turnout on low birth weight bulls from Booth and Exmoor Ranch. Sidwell Ag, Justin Sidwell, 6 head of fancy bred heifers, Alt, Colorado. This is entry, class number 3, entry number 1. Heifers were sired by Hereford bulls and out of a Sim Angus cows. They are AI bred on May 17th and 18th. The Square B Atlas and Falcon and McConnell altitude. Colorado. Beautiful set of bred females that will be offered at 4:30 this afternoon in the auction arena. Next in the ring, in class number 3 is entry number 2, Sidwell Hay and Cattle. If you have not got a catalog, ladies and gentlemen, there's catalogs dispersed throughout the arena. If you need a catalog, we'll make sure you get one. This is Sidwell Hay and Cattle, Jerry Sidwell, 6-headed bred heifers. Entry number 2, class number 3. The footnotes on the heifers are from Carpenter, Wyoming, ladies and gentlemen. No brands on the heifers, sired by S. Whitlock, sons of AI, bred to Stevenson Turning Point, and will start calving early March. They were synchronized with MGA and bred. They came into heat, no fixed time on the AI. They were hauled to grass in June of 2023, turned out with herring Angus bulls as a cleanup bull. They were ultrasounded on 9/8 of 23, 4 AI bred, 2 are cleanup bred. They received pre-breeding shots, 7-way vaccine. They have been back poured 3 times and will have their first round of ScourGuard vaccine, an additional round of 7-way before the sale. All heifers have been BVD tested. If a buyer wishes, they will haul these heifers back to the ranch, arrange delivery to your operation. The videos are available, ladies and gentlemen, on CCI Live. Sired by S. Whitlock, sire of Lot 5 heifers, ladies and gentlemen. They are sired by S. Whitlock, sons of an AI bred to Stevenson Turning Point. This is consigned by Sidwell Hay and Cattle, Jerry Sidwell, Carpenter, Wyoming. Once again, at 3 o'clock this afternoon, prior to the auction, a program boosting your bottom line with genomics, presented by Dr. Paige Pratt from Neogen. Following that, at 4:30 will be the commercial female sale. with Sidwell Hay and Cattle, ladies and gentlemen. Jerry Sidwell, Carpenter, Wyoming. This is Class 3 pen of 5 bred heifers. Our third entry is Weathers Farms. Brought 2 entries today. This is the black heifers. They also have a set of black Molly heifers. Consigned by Weathers Farms, Nikki Weathers, Yuma, Colorado. 5 head of bred heifers. They worked hard to make these foundation for our black females. We only keep the best as they are supposed to stay in our program. We were excited to see them as cows, use them to make black Molly calves, and before long they'll have some fantastic calves by their side. They're due to start calving on February the 4th for 45 days. Bred to NJW 11B, 81E, Demand 29HET, and NJW 79Z 6589, Mandate 2278G. They're willing to take the heifers home, ladies and gentlemen, at additional cost at the auction and calve out for you. They've had their 7-way enforced Cinevex, their 1-shot Dectomax. At weaning, they had their 7-way Bulba Shield Gold, their banks vaccinated, and had their Scour Guard Boss on December the 5th. This is Weather Farms, Yuma, Colorado. Pen of 5 bred heifers. This is Class 3, our third entry of Weathers Farms, Yuma, Colorado. Due to start calving on February the 4th for 45 days. Weathers Farms, Yuma, Colorado. Nikki Weathers and 5 black bred heifers. Our fourth entry in class number 3, ladies and gentlemen, is also from Weathers Farms. Nikki Weathers from Yuma, Colorado. These are the Baldy heifers. Group of Baldy heifers will be a group of big, growthy, broody cows. They weren't planning to sell them until they got the call for the sale. They all come from great cows, so we know the history and how good they are. They have generations of elite genetics behind them. We handpicked every bull to make our Baldy herd. If you don't breed them, they'll make phenomenal recip cows at any breed. They are due to start calving on February the 26th for 30 days. They are bred to Bear, MTN, Capitalist, 316-9571. Or Bear Mountain Assurance plus 0592. They're willing to take the heifers home at additional cost and calve them out for you. Heifer vaccination program, branding, they had their 7-way Enforce, Cinevex C, 1-shot Dectomax. Weaning, they had their 7-way Bulba Shield Gold. They are banks vaccinated, and they had their Scour Boss December the 5th. This is the final entry in class number 3. Pen of 5 bred heifers, Weathers Farms, Yuma, Colorado. Once again, I'd certainly like to thank our judges, ladies and gentlemen. Steve Williams from Midland Bull Test, Columbus, Montana. J. Myring Cattle Company, Alliance, Nebraska. Let Sexton, Select Sires, and AICA from the great state of Oregon. We certainly want to thank these fine men for taking time out of their busy schedule to evaluate the heifers today. Also would certainly like to thank Jared Mernon, all the work he's done to put this show on, as well as Jen Boca. Without these two people, this wouldn't have happened at the National Western. So if you see him, pat him on the back, congratulate him, trying to get things working back here at the National Western. Once again at 3 o'clock, before the auction starts, boosting your bottom line with genomics, presented by Dr. Paige Pratt from Neogen, and then the sale will be at 4:30 in the auction pavilion.
Yes. Cool my scalding hot coffee.
This is the final class, entry into class number 3, Weather Farms, the Black Molly Heifers out of Yuma, Colorado. Then we'll pick our champion in the pen of 5. Referencing about pitting the winner in the class pen of 5, we had 4 entries: Sidwell Ag, pen of 5, Bred Heifers. Once again, that auction will be at 4:30 this afternoon. Prior to that, at 3 o'clock, boosting your bottom line with genomics, presented by Dr. Paige Pratt from Neogen.
Yeah, somebody called me and said, no, and I said, you give it 50.
Once again, if you know someone that's interested in purchasing females today and they could not make it, you might remind them they can bid online at CCI, get registered, and bid on the cattle at live time at the auction at 4:30. So be sure to get a hold of those people if they can't make it.
conferred there. We just want to reach out and tell these producers we thought a lot of the cattle that they brought us. And as they come back into the ring, I think, you know, each of them takes pride in their individual operations. And as we travel and look at other people's cattle, we get to see cattle in all kinds of different environments. And I would say these cattle probably come from different kind of operation and environments. And we get 10 minutes to look at them. You're working at them all year, 365 days of the year. We're really impressed with what you brought us and want to compliment you on that. As we conferred between the three of us, we had a lot of discussion about kind and the ones that fit us and maybe our operations. And those of you sitting in the crowd, I'd encourage you to go out and visit with these people afterwards and pick the cattle that you like the best that'll fit your operation. For us, to place these and pick a champion in this particular group of four, we're going to start with that second pin. Those were black cattle, ones that we thought were very consistent all the way through. In terms of type, in terms of broodiness and depth of body, we thought they're very similar in terms of their structural soundness. Cattle that just have some durability to them. Maybe they don't go out and fit in every environment. As we got into what we would call our middle group or selection of that second place, it got real close for us. And we weighed back and forth the two groups that are there that go back and forth for us. We go ahead and use the group that came in first in your class, a set of heifers that have a lot of good to them. And in that group, we saw three of them that really stood out to us, real powerful kind of females, real broody, wide base, some cattle that got some hip structure in them, cattle we really liked from that standpoint. Maybe saw two that weren't quite as consistent in terms of kind that we might change in our own operations personally. But we're just here to evaluate the cattle. And the group that we end up with in third is probably the lightest weight group, but ones that we thought were real consistent, and that was the group that came out third. Cattle that were solid black, cattle that got around and traveled very well. We felt as a group these are cattle that could probably go out and work in a lot of different kind of environments. They got a lot of future ahead of them. In terms of condition, they're probably the lightest condition as we compare them across the class. And in fourth, we're going to finish with the group we just looked at with a set of Baldies. Real consistent in a couple areas for us. More performance-oriented kind of cattle that came from the same operation. Cattle that got some flesh knees, some stoutness of foot to them. Maybe some differences that we were a little more nitpicky from the standpoint of the cattle for structure. But as a compliment, we just want to say it was a hard decision for us. We really appreciate the quality and the kind you brought before us. Let's give them one more round of applause. Group 2 will be your first place, and Group 1 will be reserved. Thank you.
Results of Pen of 5 Bred Heifers British breed, ladies and gentlemen, is Sidwell Hay and Cattle. Jerry Sidwell on the black heifers. Second in this class is Sidwell Ag with the Baldy heifers. Third is Weather Farms, a set of the black heifers. And fourth is Weather Farms with the Baldy heifers. They'll come back and compete in the championship of the bred heifers. Next is class number 4, Continental breed. We have one entry, Sidwell Hay and Cattle. Okay, go ahead.
Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the National Aberdeen Show here at the 2024 National Western Stock Show in Denver, Colorado. Judging our junior show this afternoon is Mr. Jordan Vandermolen from Pella, Iowa, made famous by the Pella windows. He's the owner and operator of JVM Cattle. With his wife Taylor, they raise two boys, Trice and Brexton. They run about 250 cow-calf operation, and they show and operate cattle across the country. They raise and show South Devons, Red Angus, and many others. We're really privileged to have Mr. Jordan Vandermolen with us this afternoon. Those of you that are with us, please put your hands together and welcome our judge. This will be our junior show, our junior full-blood female show will start us off. And In this class, we have 2 entries in our spring full-blood heifer calves. As we turn the corner and come in, we've got entry 1051. 1051 is GN Liberty, a March 31st female born in 2023, sired by Dominator and shown by Emily Skippin of Sherwood Park, Alberta. Welcome to Emily. Good to have our Canadian friends with us. We also have entry 1063, AVR Lucia Slew, a March 5th born female, also sired by Dominator, from Hannah Wolfell of Athol, Idaho. 2 head for our judge here. The class winner will be the junior full-blood heifer calf champion. Second place will be our reserve junior full-blood heifer calf.
In the ring on this side, ladies and gentlemen, is class number 4, pen of 5 bred heifers, a Continental breed, Sidwell Cattle Company, Jerry Sidwell. The stout set of Charlie sired females are by Angus and Black Molly cows, something you don't find for sale every day. They are AI to Red Angus bulls, pacemaker to start calving early March. They were synchronized with MGA and Bred, and they came back into heat with no fixed AI. They were hauled to grass in June of 2023, turned out with herring bulls as cleanup. They were ultrasounded on September the 8th of 2023. 5 are AI bred, 1 is a cleanup bull. They received breeding shots of 7-way vaccination, been in back pour 3 times, first shot a round of scour guard, additional rounds of 7-way. All heifers have been BVD tested. If a buyer wishes, they will haul the heifers back to their ranch and arrange delivery from there. So keep that in mind. Check the videos out on CCI. They'll be offered today at the auction at 4:30. This is our Class 4, pen of 5, Continental breed, Sidwell Cattle Company, Jerry Sidwell.
Well, good afternoon here on our Aberdeen side. Really nice way to start off the show this morning. This young lady brings this one out. Really appreciate the combination of female she is. She's super smooth, super attractive, very level in that top, gets around the ring really nicely for us today. I think that's just a really adequate place for us to start. I really like the size and differential in bone and footwork of this female in the second hole. Where I'd like to change her just ever a scotch for me is in that front 1/3. Just like give her a little bit more femininity and extend that front end just ever so slightly and just drop her in that tail head area just a scotch. But I think that's a really high quality female as well. What a way to start off our Aberdeen show over here today. Congratulations to young ladies.
Thank you, Judge Vandermolen. Our champion junior full-blood heifer calf goes to entry 1051. She is your class winner for class 301B spring-born full-blood heifer calves. She's a March 31st of 2023. She's exhibited by Emily Skippin from Sherwood Park, Alberta, Canada. Second place and reserve champion junior full-blood heifer is entry 1063, AVR Lucia Slew, a March 5th born female, both sired by Dominator and shown by Hannah Wolfell, Athol, Idaho. Now entering the ring, class 301C, entry 1005 is a October 5th born female exhibited by Carson Jace Beverland from Gallatin, Missouri. Entry 1001 is an October 2nd exhibited by Winston McGregor Anthony from Chichester, New Hampshire. And entry 1011 is an October 1st born female exhibited by Wyatt Brock, Spring Hill, Kansas.
Following this class, class 4 of Continental breed, Sidwell hay cattle, we'll be naming the champion pen of 5 bred heifers and reserve champion pen of 5 bred heifers from class number 3, which was 4 entries, and class number 4 with 1 entry.
John, am I correct? Did all 3 of those judges graduate?
We just have a single entry here. It would be your Continental division. Set of really nice heifers they bring us. Just hit you that they're going to be broody kind of cattle. They're real nice flesh. They've been doing a good job with these cattle in terms of the flesh and ability. Cattle got more substance of bone. As you really get in and study them, there's a lot of good kind about them. Cattle, good udder development that we can see here early on, and obviously they're consistent in color and type. We're going to bring out and look at a couple groups here in consideration for this division. So we've got, I don't know if they're going to bring those back. Okay. Hold on just a minute.
Over on our second class Aberdeen full-blood females. The one I chose to go with, I love this female quite a lot, folks. Absolutely monster rib shaped, still flat on that side, really monster bellied, monster ribbed. Just a really high quality female in her own right. Very, very sound, really good on the feet and legs. Really high quality one to start off. Young man's red heifer coming in next, comparable, really similar to our class winner in her type and build. Just maybe doesn't have that extra volume and rib shape, but another really high quality one that is going to be a lot of fun down the road for that young man. Get her a little bit more condition in that middle portion of her body, and that one's going to be awfully tough as well. Young man ran on the class, really long-bodied, really pretty front-ended heifer. Where I'd like to change this one ever so slightly is drop her in that rear flank, fill in that void a little bit, and square up in that tail head region. But I think that's a really high-quality female as well. 3 young individuals doing a standing job.
Recapping here in our junior full-blood Aberdeen show, results of Class 301C Senior Heifer Calves. First place goes to entry 1001 TCS Jasmine 61F. She's an October 2nd of 2022 female, sired by TCS Supreme and exhibited by Winston McGregor Anthony of Chichester, New Hampshire. That's a pretty good drive coming and going. Second place in that class, and the reserve senior heifer calf, full-blood heifer, is entry 1005, TCS Red Patience. She's an October 5th daughter of TCS Red Wave, exhibited by Carson Jace Beverlin of Gallatin, Missouri. And third place in class, entry 1011, DCS Kitty, 12K, an October 1st born female and a daughter of Blackstone, exhibited by Wyatt Brock of Spring Hill, Kansas. So your recap is they placed 2, 1, and 3 coming down in your program. Senior heifer calf champion is entry 1001 and reserve 1005.
Right now we're judging the first place winner of class number 3, Sidwell Hay and Cattle, Jerry Sidwell. And then we'll bring back class 4 winner, Sidwell Hay and Cattle, in the pen of 5 British breeds to pick the champion and reserve champion.
Another really high quality class winner on our Aberdeen side. Young man gets this one set up, and he is awfully fun to watch show cattle. Really one that, you know, if you're going to get alpha nickel critical on this one, maybe you want to stretch her out in motion just a scotch, but I think for as long bodied as that female is, so fresh, so cool. Love the front 1/3 of this female. Like I said, this young man gets this one set up on the profile. She's awfully deadly. Congratulations to that young man with a really high quality one. Young ladies calf coming next, a really big, powerful, monster rib female, maybe one that just doesn't have that overall correctness and prettiness as that heifer ahead of us does. Little bolder in her forerib, little bolder in that shoulder area, and then she has a little probably extra condition than what she needs for my liking, but I think another really high quality female in her own right. Young ladies really proud of that one as well. Young ladies calf rounding off the class. I'd like to see you just want to have just a little bit more power and punch for us today, but love the neck extension that this female possesses. Still really long bodied, good at the ground. Just like to have a little bit more volume for us today to look at.
Can I go ahead, John? Recapping here in our junior Aberdeen show, junior full-blood female show. Class 301D is our summer yearling full-bloods. We have a first place goes to entry 1000, EZ Crystal 33K. She's a May 3rd of 22 daughter of Bullseye, exhibited by Winston McGregor Anthony of Chichester, New Hampshire. Second place entry 1041, Nellie's Kid, a May 4th born female out of All Aboard, shown by Kirsten Overson, Clear Lake, Iowa. And third place entry 1046, JAK, Georgia. She's an August 26th born female, sired by Dusty, shown by Aubrey Prince of Roswell, New Mexico. Running down in your program, they place 3, 2, and 1. Your champion summer yearling full-blood heifer is entry 1000. Your reserve champion, entry 1041. Congratulations to the exhibitor of the champion, Winston McGregor Anthony from Chichester, New Hampshire. Your reserve champion shown by Kirsten Overson, Clear Lake, Iowa. Our judge now working on a single entry in Class 301E, entry 1059 from Lydia Stuber, Wellsburg, Iowa.
And in the single entry class, a really high quality one the young lady brought to us. Very sound, very functional. I love this one on the move as well as we've seen all day. Another one that's super long extended, really nice level in her hooks and pins. If we're gonna change this one ever so slightly on the top shoulder blade on that crest, we'd like to maybe drop that down. She gets up in her top just a scotch, but I think that's being really nitpicky on a really high quality the young lady brought us. Congratulations, young lady.
Here in your commercial heifer ring, we're going to pick you a division champion, and we weighed it back and forth between the three of us. Really like the cattle in this division, and these cattle in front of you were our choice. When it just came down, as we looked at them and evaluated the two pins together, we just really liked the soundness and the mobility of this black set of heifers. We like the femininity and the type. I think they're going to make really beautiful kind of cows. Take nothing away from the smoky heifers. We really like the substance of bone, the broodiness, the stoutness of that group. Again, just really a nice set of cattle to evaluate. Both these lots come from the same exhibitor. They'll be your champion reserve, champion to the black, and reserves to the smoky lot. Let's give a nice round of applause. Nice set of heifers in your division of 5 bred heifers to sell this afternoon. Congratulations.
Our champion pin, ladies and gentlemen, the pin of 5 is Sidwell Hay and Cattle Company, Jerry Sidwell. The first place winner out of class number 3. Reserve champion is Sidwell Hay and Cattle at a class number 4, reserve champion with the smoky colored heifers. Congratulations to all the entries. Next, we will have class number 5, pin of 10 bred heifers, British Cross, Sidwell Hay and Cattle, Jerry Sidwell.
Recapping in our Aberdeen show, in our final class here in our full-blood show, class 301E, first place goes to entry 1059, Pinehurst Classy, a March 26th daughter of Super Edition, shown by Lydia Stuber, Wellsburg, Iowa. Our judge now selecting from our division champions for the overall grand champion, full-blood female, and reserve. In this group, we have the champion junior full-blood heifer calf, entry 1051, exhibited by Emily Skippen, Sherwood Park, Alberta. Champion senior heifer calf, entry 1001, exhibited by Winston McGregor Anthony from Chichester, New Hampshire. Summer champion, entry 1000, also exhibited by Winston McGregor, Chichester, New Hampshire. And your senior champion, junior yearling full-blood heifer, exhibited by Lydia Stuber. Comments from our judge.
This is entry class number 5, ladies and gentlemen, pen of Bred females, Sidwell Hay and Cattle Company. Females were sired by Booth Angus bulls, all 8 by Bred to Stevenson Turning Point. They were synchronized with MGA and bred as they came into heat, no fixed time AI. They were hauled to grass in June of 2023, turned out with herring bulls as cleanup. They were ultrasounded on September the 8th of 23. 7 are AI bred, 5 are cleanup bred, received breeding shots, 7-way vaccine. They've been backboard 3 times. First round of scour guard vaccine and an additional round of 7-way vaccine before the sale. All heifers have been BVD tested. If buyer wishes, they will haul the heifers back to the ranch, arrange delivery from there. Consigned by Sidwell Hay and Cattle, Jerry Sidwell. This is class number 5, 10 bred females, British Cross.
So John, they beat.
Well, when we get out here for our overall female lineup on the full-blood side of our Aberdeen show, from that start to finish here, really high-quality first places out here, and a few of them that got left back to the barn that really high quality as well. And then they've got reserves over here. Really, really high-quality set of cattle from front end to front back here. All my class winners, I think, imitate each other very well out here, just with maybe a few differences in types and kinds of just functionality. But we talk about this young heifer, how much future that one has in the breed, just a really high quality one in her own right. Then in Division 2, you got that little older heifer there that's so cool and petite, but still functional, sound, and got a really good look to her, really good rib shape and volume. Young man's heifer coming out of that 3rd division or 3rd class, one that's just monstrous ribbed, so much volume from the middle portion of her body that has such a psyching profile. Maybe she's probably not the sound as some of them out here on the feet and legs, but I think that one's got a lot of good features for us. Then the young lady coming out of that 4th class, love the rib shape and volume she has, love how her legs are hit the ground for us today. Just a really high quality set of cattle. I'll go show you the one I like, and I'll bring in reserve for contention. But if you would, give these kids a round of applause, please.
Your champion full-blood female is entry 1059. She is your junior champion female, champion junior yearling full-blood heifer. Her name is Pinehurst Classy. She's a March 26th of 2022 daughter of Super Edition, exhibited by Lydia Stuber, Wellsburg, Iowa. Congratulations, Lydia. Is it 10? And your reserve champion, full-blood female, is entry 1001. She would have been your senior heifer calf champion. Her name is TCS Jasmine, 61F. She's an October 2nd of 2022 female, sired by TCS Supreme and exhibited by Winston McGregor Anthony of Chichester, New Hampshire. Congratulations to Winston, and congratulations to Lydia. Champion to Lydia, reserve champion to Winston. We're going to take a short break for pictures. Please don't disappear, but it's a good time maybe to get a cup of coffee, and be ready to come back, and we'll start right into our junior percentage female show. While they're taking pictures, I want to announce the sponsors for our junior show buckles. Sponsors are Patterson Farm, Anthony Family Farm, and the Gann Family Farms. Thank you so much to those sponsors of our junior show buckles.
That was class number 5, pen of 10 British bred heifers, Sidwell hay and cattle, Jerry Sidwell. This is class number 6, pen of 10 bred heifers, Continental breed, Altenberg Super Baldy Ranch, Willie Altenberg, Jake Owens, Wellington, Colorado. These heifers are solid black with a few black and black white face Sem-Angus heifers purchased from the front end of 3 Reputation Altenberg Super Baldy customers. Heifers are AI bred to GAR hometown, one of the top bulls in the country. CE 15 top 3%, birth weight of 0.8, weaning weight of -59, yearling weight of 113, CMI of 15, milk of 18, pap of 2.77 minus. Here we go. Top 1% of the marbling of 14.64. Ladies and gentlemen, they start calving in the first part of February for approximately 30 days. They have records and individual AI dates for each heifer. Really nice set of Reputation heifers, high elevation, deep-bodied, big-bodied heifers with lots of volume, frame, and maternal traits. Heifers will be herd builders that will be in your herd for years to come. The fall, they have been turned out on corn stalks, greener rangeland protein tubs, and wind and rain. 88 with total, they are a 12 representative group. They will be offering these heifers in the auction today at 4:30, as well as 88 head of heifers that will be on the video. These are consigned by Altenberg Super Baldy Ranch, Willie Altenberg, Wellington, Colorado. This is pen number 6, Continental breed. Following this, we will be picking the champion and reserve champion, pen of 10 bred heifers from the British and the Continental class of 5 and class number 6. The announcer stand, please. Thank you.
We're back to work in the Aberdeen show, our national Aberdeen show, our junior division, judged by Mr. Jordan Vandermolen from Pella, Iowa. We're now moving into the percentage female show with class number 101A actually. Entry 1029 is TWG Lenny, a June 8th of 2023 daughter of quartermaster, shown by Tryon Goss, Calhan, Colorado. That's good cattle country down at Calhan. Oh, yeah.
Got a young man out here with a single entry, having the time of his life out here. Got a really high quality heifer too, one that's got a lot of length of body, really sound and functional when you put this one in motion. Then he gives us such a striking profile, the young man. Really love that extended front end of that female. Just a really high quality place to start this show. Be really excited to see what comes around next. Congratulations, young man.
Here on your commercial side, we're in our final division here, naming a champion reserve in the pins of 10. Two great representatives in our mind, and if you're here to buy cattle, consider these cattle in front of you, both here in the Continental pin and the British pin that's set there in the alley. Cattle that certainly have some value. Cattle have been raised out in the right kind of conditions. For us, we just kind of went back and forth in the type and kind that we liked in our own operations, and with a close decision, we prefer this British-based set of heifers. We really like the consistency of their type, the broodiness that they have, the cow-like appearance that those heifers exhibit, good udder quality coming in those cattle as well. The Continental group will be reserved. I think you got to like the extension and the growth pattern that they have. You got to like that these cattle are going to go out and work in a lot of different environments. In my opinion, they're in the right kind of working clothes to go out and be successful in your programs. Encourage you to be active bidders. We're going to bring back the whole group to pick your overall champion here from your bred heifers and your opens. So we're giving them a little bit of time to set these cattle back in the pen, and then I think we're going to ask your first place to come back to be introduced. Give these two producers a big round of applause as we finalize in this last class. Thank you.
Your champion pen of 10 bred females overall goes to Sidwell Hay and Cattle, Reserve Altenburg Super Baldies. Let's give them a big hand.
single entry here again on the Aberdeen side, and one that really gives us a striking profile as much as we've seen yet today. Love the front 1/3 extension of this female and how feminine and cool she is in that front end. Yep, she's got a whale middle in her, really big rib shape you get behind this one, full of dimension, kind of a little sore on that back left hind leg, I guess, when she puts her in motion, but I think her female that's really, really high quality elite status. Young lady does a really nice job.
We have a buckle and a banner for our champion pen overall, and reserve will receive a banner. So once we get the cattle back, if we could have all the producers who won their respective divisions out to the show ring. They'll talk a little and we'll crown a champion and reserve pen overall.
Working here in our Aberdeen percentage female show, the first 2 classes were single entries. So first place in the first class went to Tryon Goss from Calhoun, Colorado. Class 101B, 1024 is a class winner. DR Trilogy daughter, born May 2nd, shown by Madeline Rose Gable of Lafayette, Colorado. Our judge is now selecting between those 2 for the champion percentage summer heifer calf and the reserve percentage summer heifer calf.
I think we have everybody here. So winning your champion pen of 10 open heifers is Gallegos Cattle Company, Eaton, Colorado. Your champion pen of 5 open heifers is Overmiller, Red Angus, and Gelby from Kansas. Your champion pen of 5 bred heifers went to Sidwell Hay and Cattle with their British females. And your champion pen of 10 bred heifers went to Sidwell Hay and Cattle.
I think I can speak for Jay and Steve in our responsibility. We take this as an honor and a privilege to look at these producers' cattle. I hope that as you come this afternoon and participate, bid often. It takes a lot of commitment for them to bring these cattle to this. We saw a lot of good ones in the pen today, and we just encourage you to use your dollars, your purchasing dollars, to go out and support these producers for coming to the show. We talked about it quite a bit, and we think there was several good heifers exhibited, maybe some little things here and there that we might change. But for us, the most consistency, the type that we preferred, the soundness, the look of longevity, go to that champion pen of 10. That's going to be your champion overall for your division. So British pen of 10 bred heifers will be your champions overall. And reserve, after a lot of discussion, we preferred a set of red heifers to be reserve, those heifers that came from Kansas. Let's give them a nice round of applause. Congratulations. Again, would just encourage you to participate. This is a first-time event, one of its kind that I'm aware of. Come back and listen to their speaker here at 3 o'clock, and then I believe the auction starts at 4:30. Again, thank you for our opportunities. I think I speak well for Jay and Steve. It's a nice privilege. Congratulations to all of you.
Your overall champion pen for the National Western Commercial Heifer Show goes to the pen of 10 bred heifers, Sidwell Hay and Cattle. Your reserve goes to the champion pen of 5 open heifers from Overmiller, Red Angus, and Gelby. Congratulations. Sale in the sale ring arena at 4:30 this afternoon. We encourage you all to attend and bid on these great cattle that you saw through the ring today.